Renji is a teenager working at a local arcade when he crosses paths with Lily, a foreign girl visiting from abroad. Thanks to a cute little culture clash, the two start catching feelings, though if they want this story to go anywhere, they'll have to navigate the awkward and hilarious bumps between their worlds. Our story kicks off with a tiny American tourist arriving in town. First thing she does? Stops to admire a manhole cover like it's a masterpiece at the Louvre. Don't ask why, she's just vibing with it. Wandering around, she suddenly spots something magical, a place called Game Center Garden. She bolts inside like it's Disneyland, and as she runs, a little koala keychain bounces out of her backpack. That, my friends, is what we call foreshadowing. Inside, Renji's on shift when he sees her battling one of those claw machines. She's trying to win a plush koala wearing a tiny apron. Clearly, she has a type. She lifts it, almost. But of course, the machine pulls its classic move. Oops, butterfingers. The plush slips. 1 coin down, no prize. Renji watches her prep for another round and quietly thanks her in his head. Those attempts keep the arcade alive. 3 hours later, Renji is clocking out, but at the exit he sees her still there, still going for that same stubborn koala. Either she's persistent or just really stubborn. And that plush, it's sitting there smugly, like it knows it's unbeatable. She stares at her final coin like it's the last slice of pizza. Then she whispers a little wish to the universe. Renji can't take it anymore. He walks over, drops his own coin in, and gets ready to show her how it's done. She looks annoyed at first like, hey, I was using that, but then she sees the technique trademark. Instead of grabbing the plush directly, Renji hooks it by the apron. Victory. He pulls out the koala and offers it to her. Problem is, she doesn't speak Japanese, so Renji, summoning every phrase he remembers from English class, proudly says, here, present for you. Still nothing. Then he sees the Valentine's Day sign and tries again. Happy Valentine's Day, present for you, Valentine. She takes the toy and says, you wanna buy me with this piece of fluff? Which Renji interprets as, wow, thanks, you're so sweet. Then she hugs him and adds, alright, I'm gonna take it, now buzz off. Which to Renji obviously means best gift ever. Lily walks away with her hard-earned plush in hand, and Renji feels pretty good about himself. He helped someone and technically didn't spend Valentine's Day alone. That's what we call a win-win. That night, Lily sits on her bed, looking at her new koala. She thinks about Renji and realizes he wasn't so bad, not bad at all. Just then her mom walks in and startles her mid-day dream. Yep, Lily's officially entering that maybe I want to go on a cute coffee date phase. And Renji, let's just say he might be the lucky barista. The next day, Renji and his coworker are restocking the claw machines when they notice a quirky little girl staring at them from a distance. His buddy jokes, did you forget to pay her back or something? Renji shrugs, pretty sure I don't owe her anything. Then he realizes this girl, yep, the foreign one, is a terrible spy. She's just standing there in plain sight, so he decides to mess with her a little and sneaks up behind her for a classic gotcha moment. Startled, she pretends she was just casually playing the claw machine. No big deal, right? But somehow, either through skill or divine arcade luck, she actually wins. Not just one prize either. She racks up a whole pile of plushies. Beginner's luck or secret arcade ninja? Renji's impressed. She's kinda funny. Plus, she's helping the store's revenue 1 coin at a time. He tells her his shift is almost over and offers to show her around the place. Of course, she doesn't catch a word. Her Japanese is still in beta mode, so Renji switches to his survival English. I'm gonna take you for all the place. She poses, raises an eyebrow. Are you okay? I have no idea what you just said. Undeterred, Renji confidently responds, yes, I guapo. I show you place, baby. She bursts out laughing at his broken grammar buffet and decides to go along with it. Even if it's not technically a date, they're definitely hanging out now. Once Renji clocks out, he starts giving her the grand tour. Oh well, he just puts her on all the games he likes. First up, a racing game. Poor Lily can barely reach the pedals, let alone steer. She's crashing into everything while yelling, get off my freaking way, which if we're being generous probably means sorry, no clue what I'm doing. She finishes dead last obviously, but Renji, he's having the time of his life. Next they head to a rhythm game. Not guitars this time, just giant drums you whack with sticks. That's more her speed. Smashy equals fun. Then they move on to some weird game that's like Tetris had a chaotic baby with Candy Crush. It's a total mess. Out of all the awesome games around them, they somehow picked that one. Also, someone please teach Renji Arcade Etiquette 101. Let your date win once in a while, man, especially if she's the one feeding coins into the machine. After a while, they take a break. Renji grabs a couple of sodas from the vending machine. Lily's still shy, but she's starting to feel like maybe this guy isn't so bad. Maybe, just maybe, he can help her break out of her tourist shell. Hoping to give him a chance, she decides to let him pick the next game. she spots a photo booth nearby. You know, the kind people take cute sticker photos in, but feels too awkward to say anything. Renji notices where she's looking and asks if she wants to check it out. She nods, a little nervous but hopeful. So, of course, he completely misreads the situation. He marches straight to the zombie shooter machine. Apparently, the photo booth was right next to it. Note to self, next time just point with your finger. Renji figures this is perfect. Finally, a girl who likes action games. He thought these were way too intense for most people, but maybe she's different. Then he glances at Lily. She's frozen in fear as zombies start charging the screen. Yikes! Smooth move, Renji. Trying to save the moment, he goes full hero mode. Don't worry, I protect you. It's literally a line from the game, but hey, points for delivery. Lily, however, is not about to be outdone. She grabs the controller and goes full arcade commando, blasting every zombie in sight like she's been training for this since birth. Total wipeout. Poor zombies never saw it coming. No negotiation, no warning, just pure digital justice. A crowd starts to gather around Lily as she absolutely destroys the zombie game. People begin to realize maybe it's best not to mess with her. Before calling it a day, there's still time for one last game. Lily heads straight for a claw machine. Apparently, spending all her coins yesterday wasn't enough fun. This time she's aiming for a cute koala mug. The claw picks it up, wiggles it a little, and drops it. History repeats itself. Renji wants to help her out, just so she doesn't leave feeling defeated. But nope, Lily's determined to win this one on her own. She gives it another shot. The mug slips again, but this time it rolls closer to the edge. Just one more push and got it! Victory is hers. A bit later, Renji waits outside the arcade. Looks like Lily went to the restroom. He notices the goodie bag she won earlier and thinks, well, she's leaving with half the prize stock. Mission accomplished. When she comes out, she hands him the bag. But something's off, she's unusually quiet, almost like she's upset. Renji's not quite sure how to read the situation and doesn't feel confident enough yet to ask. So he just awkwardly says goodbye and turns to leave. But she stops him, holds out the koala mug and says, for you, mother, fluffy. Embarrassed, she chucks it into his hands and dashes off. Renji watches her go and finally realizes, she won it for me? Tucked inside the mug is a small note that says, be my Valentine. It's written in English, which unfortunately Renji still doesn't totally get. He figures it's another sweet gesture, just like the plushie from yesterday. Cute, but harmless. Still, he doesn't even know her name. That night at home, Renji drinks from his new mug and decides to look up what be my Valentine actually means. His phone translates it to something like go out with me. And just like that, he realizes, wait a second, did I accidentally confess to her? The next day when Renji arrives at the arcade, Lily is already waiting. He approaches her wanting to clear the air and talk things through. But Lily's no rookie. She takes one look at him and bolts inside. Pro tip, if you avoid the conversation, they can't reject you. Genius. Renji chases after her. She won't let him get close, so now he's running through the entire arcade trying to catch up. Somewhere along the way, what started as a chaotic misunderstanding turns into something oddly fun. Forget fields of flowers. This is a rom-com chase scene through flashing lights and game machines. Eventually, Renji catches up to her. He hands her an envelope and asks her to read what's inside. She sits down and opens it. It's a small notebook with a handwritten message in English, so there's no room for confusion. The letter reads, Dear blonde girl, thanks for visiting me every day. I'm starting to feel like a modern art exhibit. My name is Renji. My English is not the best, so please be patient if I mess up a little. Thank you for the gift yesterday. This mug is now my favorite thing ever. About your note, I think it was your way of asking me to be your boyfriend. If that's true, well, I'm flattered, but I can't be your boyfriend yet, because I don't even know your name. But that's an easy fix. We can get to know each other little by little and see where this goes. That's why I made this notebook, so we can write to each other while we learn the language. What do you think? Lily stands up and says with confidence, your heart's gonna be mine. Which, yes, is her adorable way of saying she wants to win him over. Immediately blushing, she turns to run away again, but not before finally introducing herself. My name's Lily. See you around. Renji shouts after her. Come see me again, miss. And she casually replies, later, loser. Which will take as, I'll be back soon. And that, folks, is how their story begins. A wholesome romance powered by cultural confusion, koalas, and very questionable English.